Welcome back to Next Shift with Rick Wagan. Suzuki does not suck. This is the post-game show after the Montreal Canadiens lose 4-3 to the New Jersey Devils in overtime in Montreal tonight. Jakub Dobes was in nets. He played solid in the first period, although did give up a couple of goals. The first goal was scored by Nico Hischier. He was left open on the side of the net. Dobes had no chance. And the second goal was scored by Bratt, and he basically shot a decent backhand, caught Dobes kind of not ready between the legs, and it fell behind 2-0 in the first period. Canes did come back in the second period, played a little bit better. Nick Suzuki scored a goal on a great assist by Cole Caufield, and a nice hard work effort, turnover by Slafkovsky on the wall to get the secondary assist. And the Canadiens made it 2-1. Later in the period, Tomas Tatar scored, outmuscling Matheson on the wall, getting the puck back to the point. Shot towards the point. It was a shot pass towards Tatar. Tatar deflected it. Dobes made a great save, but the rebound came out, and Tomas Tatar outmuscled Matheson to the net and scored pretty much in an empty net at that point to make it 3-1. The Canadiens did find a way to come a little bit closer in the second period on a great goal by Cole Caufield. Slafkovsky hit Suzuki. Suzuki dropped pass to Caufield. Caufield toe dragged the puck, shot low on the glove side, and beat Jake Allen to make the score 3-2 to go into the third period. In the third period, the Canadiens did come out pushing hard, and Alexandre Carrier scored his first goal as a Montreal Canadien, second of the year. A great slap shot on a pass from Caden Gooley off a perfectly won draw by Suzuki, and the Canadiens tied it up 3-3. The New Jersey Devils did push hard after that goal, and for the next 10-15 minutes, it was all New Jersey Devils and a ton of shots. They ended up with 44 shots on net. Jakub Dobes kept the team in the game. Some brilliant saves. The team also did a great job of blocking shots. There turned out to be over 80 shot attempts out of the 44 shots that hit the net. Many of those were blocked. Caden Gooley took a couple. Kirby Doc took a couple. Suzuki took a couple. There was a ton of shot blocking, and obviously Jakub Dobes played some great hockey and stopped the puck. The Canadiens went into overtime, did a good job of winning the faceoffs, got a lot of possession, had a couple of opportunities, nothing outstanding, and ultimately on a turnover on a 3-on-2 by Matheson that kind of gave up the puck to the Devils, it turned into a breakaway. Jack Hughes made no mistake and scored the goal to make it 4-3 and end the game. The Montreal Canadiens are 2 points behind the Tampa Bay Lightning, as well as the Columbus Blue Jackets for the 2 wildcard spots, and 1 point behind Ottawa Senators. Tampa does have a game on hand on the Montreal Canadiens. Columbus has played an extra game. Ottawa's played the same amount. If you look at the entire Eastern Conference, the Pittsburgh Penguins have 48 points. The Islanders have 49 points. Philadelphia Flyers have 50 points. Detroit Red Wings have 51 points. The Rangers have 52 points. The Montreal Canadiens have 53 points. The Ottawa Senators have 54 points. Columbus has 55. Tampa has 55. And the Boston Bruins have 56, but have played 51 games. If you look at that lineup, it's 9 teams that are fighting for 2 wildcard spots and 1 third place spot in the Atlantic. It's going to be a wild finish. There's a lot of games left. Still 33 games remain on the Montreal Canadiens schedule. They stay at home and they play against the Winnipeg Jets on Tuesday, and then the Minnesota Wild on Thursday. And then they head out to the West Coast to play the Ducks on Sunday, as well as the Sharks on the following Tuesday and the Kings on the Wednesday after that. So some important games coming up, the next 5 games for Montreal. They definitely need to take at least 3, maybe 4 of those games if they can. It's a tough order with Winnipeg and Minnesota to start it off. There's a Kings team that's pretty solid as well in that mix. So looking forward to the games. We'll see who starts. The Canadiens played 3 games this week, starting against Tampa. They beat Tampa 3-2. They lost to Detroit 4-2, and then they lost to New Jersey Devils 4-3 in overtime. That's 3 points in 3 games, and I would say in none of those games did they bring their A game fully. In the first game, it was mostly a B game, but they ended up winning, some solid goaltending and finding, key goals. In the second game, they just got outplayed. They probably didn't even bring their B game. It was probably closer to the C game, and to keep it 4-2 was impressive, and it was probably goaltending that did that. And then in the game tonight, it was probably 10 to 20 minutes of really solid hockey but they were definitely outplayed. They were definitely not the better hockey team tonight, and it was goaltending and opportune goals. Kudos to the team for trying really hard, and you could see it. I'm frustrated with Matheson tonight. I think it was his fault on the Nico Hischier goal. He kind of got caught up in the offensive zone, got back, looked tired, didn't pick up his man on the side of the net. Then on obviously the goal from Thomas Tatar, he looked like he got out-muscled. And ultimately in the overtime goal, he missed a pass that could have led to a great offensive opportunity. And he didn't get back, which usually he does with his speed. And he kind of got blocked on the back check. Ultimately, it wasn't a good game by him. Usually when Matheson doesn't play well, Lane Hudson doesn't play his best either. He played much better tonight than he did against Detroit and probably Toronto. But again, he wasn't as good as he's been in the first half of the year. And so I'm hoping he's not hitting a wall. I don't think that's what it is. I think he's just having a hard time when Matheson is a little bit inconsistent, which he was tonight. So, hey, I'm looking forward to the games this week. Big game against Winnipeg at home, big game against Minnesota at home. They're going to be tough. If they can be in the battle in those games, hopefully win at least 2 points, maybe 3 points, ultimately 4 points. I think it's important they get at least 2 points in these next two games before they head out to the West. That's it for me. That's it for next shift. Suzuki does not suck. Talk to you guys soon.